One of the things that we were seeing was an explosion of vocational opportunity in the trades area. There are just huge numbers of jobs in carpentry and plumbing and electricians that are going wanting. And so here you have all of this opportunity, and you've got students who are separated from that opportunity. How are you going to fix that? And we said, we've got to build a bridge from where our students are at and those opportunities. And so this Hope Tech program is the bridge that would give the kinds of experiences, hands-on experiences and opportunities to our students where they would say, hey, I really love this kind of work. I'm good at this kind of work. I'm gifted in this kind of work. I'd like to take further steps post-graduation in the trades.
There aren't enough qualified candidates in these technology fields. Well, this is something that we can make accessible. We can help train them up. We can network them with the right people. And they don't have to go through the standard things anymore to get a job. You can apprentice. You can get a 1 or a 2-year certificate. You don't necessarily have to do a 4-year college degree to get into some of these fields. So I feel like there's a great opportunity to provide underserved students here in Minneapolis the opportunity for quality work for the rest of their life, which can change generational poverty.
One thing that I've been really surprised by is the amount of interest in Hope Tech from our students. They love getting these hands-on experiences, both in the area of robotics, coding, and in the woodworking area. And so I'm surprised by the excitement of the students.
I was surprised and very pleased to find out how many freshmen and how many girls were interested in this subject matter. I don't know exactly where it came from, but I was just like, it deepened my understanding of who the students are to realize that, no, everybody thinks they want to know about this stuff. Not just boys that are going to be going into construction, but girls that are interested in construction. And pretty much they all recognize that they're all going to own a house, so they probably should know some fundamentals.
It's really interesting, and I didn't know that I would be interested in it as much as I was. Working hard with it and being engaged in my projects that I made. And I would definitely tell other people to take this class, because the way that it made me challenge the way that I was thinking and visualizing what I had in my head and putting it onto the screen.
Having those problem solving, teamwork, creative thinking skills that you get from robotics, it's really important to keep going on in your career.
Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're doing school. It just seems like you're having fun with electricity and building stuff. Even if you're not going into the engineering world, they still can be useful. The construction class is learning how to do basics home building and stuff that could be useful, so you don't have to hire a repairman or anything.
Being able to operate the machinery yourselves, and it just felt like I was actually learning something that I could actually apply or later on, being able to build something with my own hands.
We've really added a new class each year. With each new class, we have to create curriculum. So we did CAD, and then we added a Introduction to Engineering Theory class. We then added our first class in the shop. We called it construction class. Construction class is the fundamentals of how to build a house. Our next class that we added was automated systems. And automated systems is the introduction of how do I get a machine to function on its own.
There are a lot of quality jobs that are open and available, and there aren't nearly enough qualified candidates. So it's really important, I think, to be able to reach students before they're probably age 12. But right around that age is when they start becoming more mature, they're able to make different decisions, they see the world differently, and so then they start to go, well, this is the only opportunity I have, or I can't do this, or you change that narrative. And you say, no, there's actually a lot of opportunity, and let's talk about what those opportunities are.
Why is it important for them to get involved now? To start with, they're young, and if they're wrong, the price of being wrong isn't that high. They haven't wasted 5 years of college tuition money to learn a new skill that they can't use because they turn out, I don't really like doing that stuff. Right? So now's the time for them to sample different disciplines.
The whole goal of Hope Academy was to get all of our students to college. And while that looked good on our resume, it wasn't always in our students' best interests. And so we had to do a little bit of renovation of our own thinking about why we existed and what is classical education, but two of the key things in a classical education is that you learn to become a critical thinker and you learn how to solve problems. And when I think about what kind of a plumber or electrician or carpenter that I want working on things, I want somebody who's a critical thinker and who's able to solve problems.
I didn't know I was going to go into engineering before this, but with working on robotics, it's just like seeing how fun it is to just make stuff, you know, and the problem solving that comes with it.